Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brandon here again with In the Zone podcast. Today we're going to be recording episode number 2. We're going to be talking about the Dallas Empire Challenge, 25K, the 25K Code Red Challenge. Also be talking about our kind of Raven software kind of coming in and maybe being the saving grace here of Warzone with the anti-cheat and stuff. So I guess we could start off probably with the 25K since we missed last week due to some unfortunate reasons. But you want to go
Yeah.
ahead and get into that, the Code Red
Uh,
tournament?
yeah, I'm gonna actually pull that up, and I can honestly can't remember. Did Aiden and Raiden win that?
Yeah, they won it. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I think
Wanted to.
they who'd they play in finals? Was it Clutch Buck and Destroy again?
That's what I was gonna pull up. Um, yeah, I want to say that they played Clutch Belt and Destroy.
Let's see. Eh. I mean, no matter what, Aiden and Raid are kind of the number one duo right now.
Oh
Like,
yeah, they can't be beat.
I mean, what's Aiden on the thing number 2 earnings right now?
Yeah, right behind Huskers, and then I think Raided's number 4,
Yeah.
and they're gonna
Oh, they
be
played
probably
Noobs
catching.
and Tex uh for second in the grand finals.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good tournament. Um, Man, Noobs is like in the last few tournaments, Noobs has been like really, really hitting form. Like he's always been like a really good player, but I feel like lately, I think we were both talking about this. Like he's just been playing like way better than he had before.
Yeah, I mean, last tournament he averaged 14 a game. He had 7.46 KD. He had 209 total kills over all of their games. Granted, they played
Yeah,
more than I think Rated and Aiden just because they had to go through the losers bracket,
yeah,
so they end up with more total kills. I mean, Entex has been like, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's come out of nowhere, but like, because I mean, I've known about the name, but like, I've never actually sat down and like watched him play. But like, this this past tournament, and then I think he got first, or he got first. I'm pretty sure in the
the
Alcatraz tournament
Alcatraz
too.
tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
played with
that boom,
who did he
the
play
Boom
with in
TV,
that?
like those Boom TV tournaments, they always do really well. Like, um, the one that just got or that one went by really quick. I love those like 2v2 style formats. Like I don't know, they always seem to like either especially with the ban wave and everything going through, like the tournaments are going like so much smoother and it's so nice like from a spectator point of view and from a player standpoint.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
especially
just
from the,
great.
I felt bad for some of those players. Like when like you'd get to grand finals, you'd be like on a 3 hour, 4 hour wait. Some tournaments just due to you have to wait for losers finals and all that shit.
Yeah.
And just like it drags on. So like when you get to grand finals, I mean, I haven't seen anyone come through and do an upset yet, have we? Through losers bracket, or did someone just do it
No.
recently?
Well, Clutch Milk and Destroyed, I mean, they lost first round of the Empire tournament. And they
Yeah.
made it all the way through the losers bracket. So like that was probably the closest that we've seen as far as like somebody literally making a whole entire run through losers bracket into like almost a almost like a comeback because
Yeah.
they won the first series after making it to grand finals. Coming from losers bracket, they beat Aiden and Rated in the first series, and then they ended up winning. Rated and Aiden ended up winning the second series, which that last game was oh my god, that was like one of the best tournaments I've ever watched. Like that
Oh,
finals was so entertaining.
it was they would kills were always super close too. I mean, like even
Mhm.
the first what was it first series of 2 in the second map. I mean, Aiden all he needed was one kill to tie or one kill to
Yep.
win,
One kill
and
to
like
tie, two to win.
if he
Yeah.
just stayed in that little ditch right there, he'd for sure have it.
Yeah, and the one kill to tie, he had the guy down, and he ran out of that like ditch there to like because he was like probably thinking, oh, I just need to secure this kill. If I secure this kill, we're good. And then
Yeah.
he couldn't get it, and then gets shot in the side. Like unfortunately, this guy's just ratting it up, hiding behind a little barrier. But
Yeah, I mean,
that's Warzone, I guess.
yeah, I mean, another team we can be talking about who's, I mean, we both know they've been good players, but they haven't really been playing in tournaments recently. Is Swag and Booyah have started playing in tournaments now,
Oh yeah,
like, and they've been frying. What do you think about
yeah.
that?
I think I think that like I don't know. A lot of people think that I don't know. I think a lot of people think that because Swag doesn't play in a lot of tournaments, and neither does Booyah, like as of lately, except for those or as of lately they have been, but before that they hadn't really. So I think people don't expect them to do very good, but almost every single time we're doing stats for a tournament and they play in it, they always like have really, really good stats. And they usually end up losing to like just like a simple mistake.
Yeah.
Like I know Booyah and Swag, I mean, the last couple tournaments have averaged like over a 7 KD, which is insane
Yeah, I
relatively to a
feel
lot of players.
like I don't know. I feel like Swag kind of gets tilted sometimes pretty easily.
Yeah, I think he's very like if he can make it all the way through, he's kind of the player where if he makes it without losing to the grand finals, I think they'll win. But if he loses at all, it's going to be like a really, really tough road to like make it back into grand finals.
Yeah.
Kind of like you're saying, like he gets tilted after one loss, especially if it's like just some bullshit. Like unfortunately, that's gonna just gonna happen.
I mean,
You gotta
especially
like
with
put that shit
the
aside.
viewers he pulls in, if you're not running a delay or if someone doesn't hide screen. I mean,
Oh
we
yeah.
all know the stream snipers are out there. Like, I mean, they even complained about it in that tournament because remember the kids they died to had the same clan tag as Almond and Intex.
Oh yeah.
So they're
Yeah,
like,
that was crazy.
yeah. So I mean, just kind of unfortunate timing for them
Hmm.
there. And then let's see, what did we can talk about? Obviously, since I mean, Raiden and Aiden are obviously the duo right now. I mean, Raiden had a 6.76, Aiden had a 5.62, and they both averaged 15. I mean, it kind of explains why they won. If you look at everyone's average kills, they literally averaged the highest.
Yeah, is that from the Dallas Empire tournament?
No, it's from Boom TV.
That's from Blue TV. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've always said like Kate like the KD is cool. It's like everybody knows like KD is a cool thing to look at. Like it's always been like ever since I've been playing COD, everybody's the first thing they ask is like, "Oh, what's your KD?" Even if you've never met him or you've never played with him before, people always ask like, "What's your KD?" or "What's your
yeah,
KD?" Like, but in these tournaments, I think the most like obviously the most important thing is average kills because if you can average like as a duo, if you can average 30 a game, that's really really hard to beat.
yeah,
Like that's crazy for everything that can happen inside of Warzone. Averaging 30 kills is absolutely nuts. And they're a team who can average that like very consistently with how smart of a player Rated is and like just how nuts and like crazy like aggressive Aiden gets and catches people off guard.
yeah. I mean, I think the KDs do play like a bigger part in these 2v2s. Just because
Yeah.
you have to stay alive. You can't die in 2v2s. Since it's not like a your typical bot kill race, you have to
Hmm.
stay alive. At least one person has to play a little more passive. And that's
Yeah.
kind
No,
of rated.
I agree
Rated
with that.
usually always has I think rated always usually has a higher KD, but Aiden just always has more kills or more average kills. That's just because rated's more of the let me stay alive while Aiden's like I'm just gonna bum rush everybody now.
Yeah. And then there'll be those like random times when Aiden just has like a 10 KD or something just because he just never died and just is
Yeah.
nuts and pushes like you're saying everything and just gets so many kills.
Yeah, I mean, and them winning that tournament's pushing Aiden higher to the number one spot for
Yeah,
earnings. I think since they
yeah,
won, what was it? The Empire Tournament 2, he's like 4K behind Huskers, and now in rate it's number 4. He's only like, I think I said $700 behind Super Evan, who's in third.
yeah. And I think that Huskers and Z only won like 1K each from that Empire tournament because I think they got fourth or
Yeah.
third. For no, they got third. They got third because Tommy and Allman got fourth.
Z's
But
kind of been having a tough time lately.
yeah, I know. I've actually been noticed that like I think like he was just doing had like such a good thing going with Aiden that when Aiden started playing with Rated, it was kind of like, oh, I need to maybe find a new duo, and I think he's just in that process of like finding somebody to play with.
Yeah.
Because I
Could
feel
have.
like his playstyle and Aiden's playstyle are very similar. He's pretty aggressive player too. So maybe he needs to find somebody kind of like how Rated and how Aiden has Rated, like a more methodical player, but like obviously like great gun skill because he was a fucking COD pro for however long.
Yeah, I mean that could be Huskers if Huskers is down playing
Oh
like more
yeah.
of these tournaments. That's the thing is like Huskers and like Symphony and them kind of stopped playing like tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everyone's kind of caught up in them earnings just because the only tournaments they played were like these 100K, tournaments put on by the CDL teams or like Huskers Hal or Vic Stars
Mm-hmm.
tournament or
Yep.
whatever, the
Yep.
subliners, whatever. I feel like I'm missing Toronto Ultra, like
Yeah. And then
those
like
big Activision sponsored tournaments. They weren't playing in like these
yeah.
10Ks, 25Ks really that much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that kind
Yeah,
of allowed
that's a
everyone to
good point.
catch up.
That's a great point.
I,
Um, it's a. I was actually gonna like go off that. Is that I know you saw the Boom TV tweet about like wanting to work with a content creator on a tournament
yeah,
and like how they kind of pretty much are saying like a Tommy tournament is coming soon and they were gonna probably call it Tommy Tuesdays.
I didn't know they were gonna call it Tommy Tuesdays.
Yeah,
Where'd
so
you see that?
Tommy commented on the tweet and said, well, hello there. And then they commented like, have your viewers pick out a name and we'll go from there. And like some guy commented Tommy Tuesdays and they commented on that comment and said, how does this sound? And then Tommy was like, sounds pretty good to me. A weekly thing. I love that. And
Yeah,
then shortly after that, they tweeted, tournaments with Tommy will be coming soon.
I mean, I remember him talking what like a month or so ago back. Like he said he had the people to run the tournament. He just wondered if anyone was down to like play in it or whatever.
Yeah, dude, imagine if we can get another like with everything like it's with everything kind of seeming like it's going in the right direction as far as like um a possible anti-cheat and like ban waves and everything coming out like the day or two after every ban wave, it seems like games are going good. Not You're not running into as many hackers.
Yeah.
Um Imagine if like that was like the tournament for a while, right? And Raven Software like really worked with like those guys and Tommy and was like, well, hey, we'll start putting our ban wave out on Tuesday morning and say the tournament starts at I don't know noon or something, right? Like imagine a huge ban wave like right before a tournament. Like that would be crazy. That would be so I don't know. I feel like that would be super good.
Yeah, that'd be huge. I mean, I text you today. I was like, bro, I've actually been enjoying playing Warzone for like the longest time because like the past like month or 2 months, I've hated playing games because there's like almost every game you're running a hacker,
Yeah,
and then these last 2 days has been like holy. It's just been a breath of fresh air if you want to say like just yeah, no one is walling. You don't got running some kid aimbotting you and shit. It's just
yeah.
like
Or
it's so
if it
nice.
is, if it is, it's very very rarely. Like I watched I watched people play. Who was I watching last night? I was watching Blast play Wagers last night, and they played for I don't even know, like a few hours at least. They only ran into one hacker. That was
Yeah.
it.
I don't even think
So
we played for like 4 hours yesterday. We didn't even run into one.
yeah, it was yeah, and it's nice, man. Like I think those ban waves, like obviously it's not an anti cheat, so it's not like the best outcome, but it's better than what we were getting for
I
that
don't.
month where like everybody was saying pretty much Warzone was like on its deathbed.
Yeah, I don't think we're. I've after I keep seeing like Raven Software tweet about it. I don't think we're gonna see a like public anti-cheat that's just gonna be on your computer.
Oh
Like
yeah.
when you load up game, like Valorant has their, I think it's like Vanguard or something like that.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna be doing everything on the back end. So I don't know if we'll ever actually get that public feeling of like, okay, there's actually anti-cheat. Because what they tweet out today is they said there's like upping their internal uh anti-cheat.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's something internally that we're not gonna see out in the public. So I
Okay.
mean, I don't know, cause like we all know, like the way people got banned right now is you report them, and then they go through a manual process of someone looking at the, I don't
Jeez.
know, looking at what, but I remember seeing like streamers talk about like they had literally had people manually checking and banning people.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's something internally, something we're not gonna see. So I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get the feeling of like, oh my God, yeah, anti-cheat, like hackers,
Yeah.
no go. I don't think we're ever gonna get that feeling. I
No,
mean, if there's an internal
I
out like anti-cheat in every like, I don't know, week, 2 weeks, they're running ban waves, like I'm with it.
yeah, it's better. Like I said, it's better than nothing. Like
Yeah.
for a while there, we weren't getting anything. So I mean, it's good. I know. Kind of like going off of that is when they were playing that Apex Legends tournament.
Hmm.
I was actually watching Tommy for a bit, and before the tournament started, I don't remember who he was playing with, but it was one of the Apex pros, and he was saying that they have this guy who works for I can't remember what company makes Apex Legends. I think it's EA. Is it EA Sports?
Number, I think.
Or, yeah, okay.
I
Well,
want to
whoever
say
it
it
is,
is
right?
them, but I don't know.
The guy said that they literally have
Nah, it's
like a person
Respawn
respawn. Oh, okay.
Entertainment.
They have a guy who goes into like these pros streams, and the pros can like reach out to this person, right?
Uh-huh.
So they have like a liaison. I don't know. That's what we call it in judo. It's like a person you reach out to like
Yeah,
talk to the people. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
But
like a middleman basically.
yeah, yeah. So this guy serves as the middleman to look over all these like clips and stuff that these people send and bans them like if he finds out they're cheating, bans them like live.
What the
So
hell?
yeah, so this guy like he pretty much was saying like yeah he's like our Lord and Savior on this game because that's all he does all day. That's his job. He goes around and bans people and looks over clips and everything every single day.
It's kind of
I mean I'm
interesting.
sure there's multiple people doing it, but
I mean, there's
like
gotta be multiple
that guy
people, but
does.
it's like kind of you're getting someone like the access to play God. It's kind
Yeah,
of
I
crazy.
mean, isn't it like? But I know like when Fortnite was super popular, like that's what they were doing that with big streamers. Like big streamers would be like, "Oh, this guy's cheating,"
Oh yeah, I know.
and they would go watch him, and he would get banned live, and they would just be rolling, dude. Like, why can't Warzone do that? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like that. I feel like that puts a really good like picture in the like public player's head of like, oh man, if like I run into a cheater, like they're probably gonna get banned soon
Yeah.
because I saw this. But if that's never happening, I'm sure there's different ways to go about it,
Well,
but
I mean,
I feel like that's a cool way to do it.
yeah. I don't know. Did you ever watch the Vicstar video that he put out about them watching the kids stream live on Twitter or on Facebook stream? Like he literally
Oh,
streamed his hacks.
no, I didn't, but I know you were saying that Facebook didn't have anything like against streaming with hack
I was
or
gonna bring that
hacking.
up, but I mean, like
Yeah,
Facebook removed that dude was in the partner program on Facebook.
that's
Like he was
crazy.
getting paid, like ads were running on his stream, and people could like subscribe to him and give him money.
Wow.
I
That's
think
insane,
so,
dude.
from someone said the kid thought he was hiding his wall hacks, but he must have not activated the
No
filter or whatever it
shot.
is, because one of the people he was playing with was like, "Oh my God, they think you're hacking," and he's like, "What?" So I think that kid thought he was hiding his walls with the filter through XSplit or
Dude,
whatever.
that is
Because I know that's
great.
obviously how they stream themselves. There's like a filter you can
Yeah.
do to hide. But yeah, and then
Yeah.
but how does Facebook? I mean, I don't know, like the terms and service and all that backhand or backdoor stuff. But they literally, if you stream hacks on Facebook, they can't ban you. They can remove you from partner program. But like the dude that got removed, he said, "I'm just gonna put my cash app in my title for you." So the
Yeah.
scumbags who like watching that shit can still donate that person money. That money, he can still make a living off cheating in a video game.
Dude, I have you seen the I've seen multiple people streaming videos of them cheating on TikTok. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I'm always on our TikTok like scrolling and I'll see it. I'm like, dude, like, how do people find that entertaining? Especially if you're a grown person. Like, how is that
Yeah.
entertaining to you?
I'm trying to figure out, dude, and these guys have like I don't know, they'll have like tens of thousands or 20 thousands of likes and it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying out hacking." Like
I mean,
the fuck are you even trying it for? Like, what is your why would you do that? Like,
I
"Oh,
told
I
you
just wanted to
this.
see how it goes. I just wanted to see how it
Yeah, I
works."
mean, I told you this when we are streaming. Me and obviously our real life friend named
Oh,
AYDAN.
yeah.
We used to play a game called Combat Hours. I don't know if anyone ever played that, but like I used to play that game a lot. I was dog cheeks at that game, dude. I was not good at all. But I want to say I was probably like 12 years old when I was playing that game on. It's a computer game. It was made by Nexon. But there is this website I found, like this forums. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't know if it still exists. And if it does, I don't want people going and getting stuff from it. But
Hacking on us in
I
Warzone.
used to cheat in combat hours. It was a program called like Chams or something. I don't even think that's around anymore. But
Mhm.
literally, it just makes the entire body of the person red. It didn't even like put boxes around them. Their entire body was just red, and you could see them through the walls. And it gave
Oh,
you like
dang.
no spread, so you could just like run around no scope everybody.
That's
But I mean that
crazy.
even that here's what I was gonna bring up. This game had a I don't know if you want to call it like anti-cheat, but it did have a security program that's supposed to check for cheats, and there's
Yeah,
still a way to get past that. But I mean,
that's crazy.
this was over 10 years ago. I'm 28
Yeah.
now, so this is like 15 plus years ago.
Am I wrong in thinking that, um, Call of Duty's like like all the Call of Duties before have had an anti-cheat, or am I wrong?
Well, they didn't have to have an anti-cheat because you were playing on console. PC was never as big as it
Oh,
is
that's true. I
now.
guess
You know,
that's a good point.
cross-platform did not exist. It was like if
That's
you
true.
played Call of Duty, you're playing. Most of the players, I'm pretty sure most of their fan base was Xbox or PlayStation. I don't think they had really a big fan base on PC. I mean, I know Modern Warfare
Yeah.
3, you had like the Pub Stompers, something Orb, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. And then
Mm.
you had TB&R Frags, who's now like Preston on YouTube and is a big, huge fucking Minecraft YouTuber. But like
Mm.
they would stream themselves just pub stomping and posting on YouTube. So I think
So we should have done that,
around
bro.
around there, I loved Modern
Damn
Warfare
it.
3. Yeah, it was a great game. But like, so I think that's why there was never like a real anti-cheat. They didn't have to worry about anti-cheat because most of their player base was not on PC.
That's true.
If you
Yeah.
actually go and try to play like those games back on console now, like those Black Ops 2, those Modern Warfare 2, those type of games, it's filled with hacks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I remember like TST Team Summertime, they tried to do a throwback, show match on Black Ops 2 against
Hmm.
the Mob, um, and they were doing it on like Xbox or PlayStation maybe, or maybe
Hmm.
they were doing it on
Wait, I
PC.
remember
I
that they
can't
played with Nate
remember.
Shaw, right?
Yeah, Nate Shot was gonna play with them,
Yeah.
but they literally couldn't get a match. They literally have to go and find this thing called Plutonium mod that
Yeah.
builds in like this software to where people can't like do this. But they were trying to play and people would just join their games and boot them offline.
The hell, that's crazy.
There's like no protection for you to be boot offline in those games. It's like all I don't know how the connection works behind the scenes, but like there's no dedicated server so that they can pull straight from your IP from the game source
Yeah, I mean, but
using that
if
program.
like as like the company who made the game, like why would you care anyway about a game that was made 10 years ago?
Yeah, but I was just saying like there's never been like an anti-cheat. There wasn't until
Yeah,
like
I see what you're saying.
I mean Blackout. There's probably I'm sure people were probably getting pissed about Blackout if there was hacks for Blackout. I didn't watch Blackout a lot. I watched it like very here and there. Like I didn't really get back into Call of Duty until Modern Warfare until Warzone came out.
Yeah, Blackout was okay. It's like I don't know. It's kind of like in between. Like I only played it a little bit, but it's kind of like for me, it was like in between PUBG and Warzone. Now that I played like I never played PUBG, but I've
Yeah,
seen a lot of people
I
play
can
it.
see that resemblance they're talking about. I played the only way I've played PUBG was on fucking on mobile while I was at work.
Yeah, I mean PUBG is like cool, but the way Blackout was, it had like all the Modern Warfare mechanics and like how the gun shot and everything,
Yeah.
but like the visuals of it were very like PUBG.
Oh
They
yeah.
weren't Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like it was, I don't know, it was weird. But I was gonna say the last time I played in like an old Call of Duty, like in a public match, was like World at War, and that was like 5 years ago. And I was playing like a zombies game, and I was just like, oh, I'll just like queue up in a public match and like play with people, and the whole entire thing was modded. I had joined the game, and it was like I think immediately it started after round one, and like the guy just started opening up every single door, and like he had the ray gun, and then like the Wonder Waffle like buying off the wall and shit, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, I'm just trying to like get my luck, bro, and get my flamethrower from the box and run around.
Yeah. Did you actually see who tweeted out they want to start playing in Warzone tournaments again? Yeah,
No.
I think he did it yesterday. Was Mutex.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did see that.
Those would be
Yeah.
good to have him back. I know he hated the DMR meta. Like he like
Oh
refused
yeah.
to play in any tournaments. He just was kind of like
That's
losing control
why
over it.
that's why he didn't play in Twitch Rivals
Yeah, but
because
I
he
mean,
said he didn't want to play in.
Even after the DMR was fixed, he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I'll play," and then I think like he dropped out last minute again. And was just like, "I just don't want to play private match."
Yeah, I know it's weird.
All right,
I wish I could turn down 250K.
his viewers were going up like crazy. I think he was like starting to average like 10K for his morning streams.
Yeah,
Those was like
he's a
huge
really cool guy.
numbers.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's a good player too.
Mhm. Yeah,
All
he's
right,
freaking cracked.
let's talk about. I mean, we could talk about. This is what I was talking about with like Zine Laner's been having a rough time lately. Like I'm just have the stats pulled up from our last, the 2v2 Empire Challenge. He
Mhm.
had a 3.16 and he only averaged 9 kills.
Yeah,
And I
dude.
think that was through. I mean, if they got third place, that was through probably like eight games. I want to say maybe
Yeah.
six, something like that.
Listen, Z, if you're gonna watch this, bro, I love you. I didn't want to post the stats, man. But we were doing top four, bro. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He
mean, I'm
loves the
sure he's gonna
defense.
bounce back. I know he just moved apartments and stuff, so maybe some of that personal life stuff, having to get all that sorted. I know because moving is a
Hmm.
hassle, like we all know that.
Oh,
So, like, may
yeah,
he, I know he started playing wagers again, like late night wagers. So,
yeah. Dude, I was talking about like all the shit that he's probably having to deal with. Like, imagine like being a big streamer like he is, and moving an apartment and being like, "Yo, I need my internet set up this day. Like, I gotta have this and that. Like, I gotta have my PC all set up. I want to get my everything like nice and comfy. Where
you
like,
gotta have the internet connection inside whatever room you're gonna have it in, because you
mm-hmm,
don't want to be
mm-hmm,
running 100-foot wire all the way around.
yep,
Like
yep,
I'm literally running 100-foot wire from the other side of my living room because that's where the modem goes all the way over
yeah,
there.
yeah. No, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, I totally understand. Like, that totally makes sense. What you're saying is like everything that he's probably going on like in the background, like
Yeah.
unfortunately you can't drop even though you're a big streamer, you're making all this money, like you can't their life still happens, life still goes on,
Yep.
still
And
have to do
then
things.
so that was those are third place. I mean Huskers had a
Hmm.
4.84. He was averaging 13.
Yeah.
Second place, we could talk about Clutch Belk and Destroy, who I mean have been like a duo for a minute. I feel like, and they're
Hmm.
always like right there at that like point where like they're gonna get first. They just never like seem to be able to nick it out. Like Clutch
Yeah,
had
they.
a 5.83. He averaged
Hmm.
13.
Hmm.
Destroy had a 4.73. He also averaged 13.
So even like 26 is good. Like we're saying, like what did Raiden and Aiden average?
The Raiden had 16 this tournament.
Hmm.
Aiden averaged 17.
Okay, so that's what there you go again. Like we were talking about, like that's the difference is like 33 average compared to 26 average. So it
Yeah,
makes sense that like these guys are winning the tournament averaging 33 kills a game compared to second place who's getting 26 kills a game. But I was gonna say that they have been playing like really well in all the 2v2s. I actually really enjoyed them playing I think was it the Subliners tournament that they won with Mutex? Or no,
I don't think
there was
Mutex. No, that was TPing them. I think that won subliners.
There was a tournament that Clutch, Destroy, and Mutex played in. Am I wrong? And they won it
Let me see.
because it was those. I'm pretty sure it was those three. And I was like, dude, this is a nasty team. Like it's a nasty team.
They won Huskers How day one probably.
Oh, was it with Mutex?
I can see. I'm on the website. They played with
Hmm.
Z that day.
No.
Oh
Oh,
no, that
okay.
was Destroy Tifu Z. So it wasn't
Yeah,
Clutch.
that was the zombie tournament. Oh, dude, that one was so fun.
I mean,
Those guys are dropping
like
like
I'm looking
150
at
kills.
first places for Warzone for Destroy. The only other one he had was a Gauntlet Trios event for Nick Merckx. And
God,
he
I
played with
swear.
Clutch and Baloo is who he played with in that one. I
Hmm.
don't see one with Mutex on here.
Dude, those guys were running. You know what's really funny is I don't think anybody really said this, but I feel like Clutch Milk was low key one of the people who started the kilo meta.
Really?
Yeah, because the first time I ever saw somebody use the kilo, he was using it in the MFAM Gauntlet tournament that you're talking about,
Mhm.
and they won, bro. And he was beaming people out of the sky. That was like right after the Growl got buffed or nerfed,
This
and
was
like people,
July 15th of last year.
yeah. So it was like right after I think the Growl got
Oh shit.
nerfed, and people were kind of like in that like state of like trying to find the new meta. And I started using the kilo because of him, because I saw him beaming with it, and he was using that one sight where it's like a red dot, and then you flip it, and it's like a holographic. I can't remember exactly what the name of the site is.
I know what you're talking about. I can't
Yeah,
think of the name of it, but I know what you're talking about
but
because
bro,
there's
people were
some
using that
ground
shit.
loot guns too.
Yeah, people were using that shit with that site. I swear because of him,
Oh
and I
yeah,
feel like
yeah. Okay, now
he
I
never got
remember.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
recognition of
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I remember seeing people use that site at the beginning of the Kilo meta.
Yeah, and then he was using it the whole time because it was kind of like the T pose where you can do a bunch of challenges, and at the end, the holographic site you can unlock something that looks almost very identical to the T pose,
Yeah.
and it's just like a little bit more zoomed out than the VLK. But yeah, I started using the Kilo because of him. That's actually like the first time I ever heard about him. Um, I'm pretty sure he won multiple of those MFAM gauntlets.
I
I'm
was
pretty
just looking
sure.
at destroys. I didn't see Clutch in the list that they had right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember him winning that one, but I don't know if he won more.
I mean, they were
But
super close to nicking this one out. Like,
oh yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. That was such a good match. Like I can't even,
I mean, Raiden
uh,
turned up last map for them.
dude. Mm-hmm.
Because and no offense,
25 last map.
Aiden just like did not have a good last map at all. Aiden.
Oh yeah, Raiden went freaking huge, dude. Like,
Right? They.
bro, I was like, dude, sitting on the edge of my seat the whole time. Me and George,
Yeah.
one of our Aiden's mods, were just like both saying the same thing, dude. We're sitting on the edge of our seat the whole entire last game
For no one
because they
who
were just going back and forth.
For anyone who just listened to the audio version, Justin just had his eyeballs like
Oh
right
yeah,
up to his video camera, like.
sitting on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk like that entire series though. Aiden and Raiden had huge moments. Like,
Oh yeah,
Aiden had that huge 1v4 with the FFAR next to train station when Raiden was in
dude.
Gulag. And then he
Yes.
screamed, he's like, "Get the fuck off me!
Get the fuck off me!" And then, dude, Raiden after Clutch or Destroy died in the final, like he was like, "I'm the fucking best.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking best."
I mean, we had there. I can't remember. I think it was rated. Like I was at work. Like everyone was already gone. And I was just kind of chilling
Mm-hmm.
there. I was watching it. And I was like, I text you right after rated. Like did this 1v4. I was
Oh yeah,
like, clip
clip
that.
that, dude. Yeah.
Like they both just had huge moments during those games that just like
Mm-hmm.
gave them that extra confidence really to basically close that series out. I mean,
Yeah.
they should have closed out the series in the first two games. Like if Aiden, like we said earlier, if Aiden just stayed in that ditch, that was over. He
Oh
had
yeah. Mm-hmm.
he had the perfect cutoff with the perfect heady on people with the DMR. Like,
Yeah, dude. Imagine that finish though. Like, imagine if that would have been the finish. That
oh,
shit
it
would
would
have
have
been
been.
crazier than the final.
I don't,
7
dude. I
kills
don't
in
know.
that fucking ditch, bro.
That's true. I was gonna tell you if he did that, I was gonna be like, yo, we're clipping that. That's gonna be our number one play in the top three plays.
Oh yeah,
Because I mean,
100%.
that was to win the championship.
Yeah, for 6K each.
Yeah.
Jeez, bro.
I mean, we
Yeah, those
can.
guys are different.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed Aiden start running the FFAR as a secondary. Does DMR
Mm-hmm.
now too? That gun's
Yeah,
kind of like. I mean, everyone knew like fried. Like everyone knew, but I don't think anyone was running that stock, the very last stock. I think is it the Raider?
the Raider stock. Yeah,
That the stray speed on that thing is crazy. Like once
it's
everyone
nuts,
figured that
dude.
out, that like you start seeing people switch from that Mac 10 over to the FFAR.
Yeah,
I'm still
that and
kind of torn between those two though.
I know that Mac just still hits like super up close, but like so does the FFAR. It's just I
Yeah,
guess it's just a personal preference.
yeah, it's just a mobility preference because I mean the
Mm-hmm.
FFAR is obviously an AR, so you're not running as fast. Whereas the Mac 10 is like you're just fucking. It's like you
Flying around
have
the map.
marathon lightweight from freaking Modern for two.
No shit, huh? You
Yeah.
got an MP5 silence on, fucking hitting the crosses, bro.
Nah, bro,
Marathon
UMP,
lightweight.
what you mean?
Oh,
Ain't no
UMP, my bad, my bad. I don't know what MP5 silence, my bad. 45 silence.
Yeah,
You
no
just sit back on a
shot.
heady and gun somebody from across the map with that shit.
Nah. I mean, I guess
Um,
we can shout this out too right here in between whatever our next topic will be. I don't know if anyone knows, like we posted on Twitter and stuff like that, but if you guys are a Warzone player and you're looking to get your stats done, obviously right now we usually just post top three, but we have just opened a service to start grabbing people's stats for tournaments, and we're also going to be giving access to our overall player data that we'll be keeping for every Warzone tournament. It's over on our Patreon. I'll have it in the description below here on YouTube, and if you're on the audio version, I'll have it in the episode notes. But for 3 tournaments a month, if you pay us $3, we'll do those 3 tournaments and keep our overall data over the season. So like right now, season one's coming to end here at the end of February. So once this ends, we'll go ahead and wipe the data and restart. $5 gets you 5 tournaments a month, and then $10 you'll get unlimited tournaments a month. And also, if you're a tournament organizer, website host who does tournaments, we also have a $50 option. We'll do all your tournaments for the month. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, that link will be in that description below.
yeah, bro. I mean, it's a great. I mean, it's a great service because really, potentially, you can use that data to like tell if you're getting any better at the game.
Yep.
Because every single tournament will do your stats and you can say like, oh, I had a 4.2 this last tournament, and oh man, I had a 3.9. Like, oh, I could kind of tell I played a little bit worse, or like, oh, I had a 4.5. Like, yeah, I felt like I played a little bit better. That's cool to know. Like, I wonder what I did different to like get my KD up higher or get my average kills up. So
Yeah.
it's kind of just another way to like a small way, but nobody else is doing it. So it's a cool little feature. And Brandon and I would love to like do this full time for however many people want to sign up for this, man.
Yeah, I
We would
mean,
love it.
I
But
mean, we ultimately we have like some big ideas and we want to build out for it, but we don't have the
hmm
money to invest. So this is one way for us to get money and then invest into building out
yeah,
to make
yeah,
this like more accessible and make it obviously better. Like there's so much more I like want to run. Like we want to run a gulag tracker and just like stuff like that. I mean, even maybe the idea of like here's how many kills you got with this weapon, here's how many kills you got with that weapon, throughout that tournament.
yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to check that out, it'd be awesome. And I guess we can talk about some upcoming tournaments. I mean, we know the FUD 10K Fuzz was is coming up, but you said it's supposed to be this Friday. You said it's getting delayed though.
Yeah, they were saying in Rage chat it's getting pushed back to sometime next week. I don't know. We could reach out to Reese probably and get an actual date, but I'm not even sure that he may know.
Yeah,
So
you're just thinking it's because there's probably more people who want to play in it, right?
yeah, I'm assuming like he probably had an like over because nobody even like it was literally a word of mouth. Like I think he
Well,
told
yeah, he's
people
just
like
a viewer in people's chat who donates like
yeah,
and plays with
no, I
them.
know, but I'm just saying like through that process, it was literally just word of mouth. Like, oh, you want to play in this tournament? Oh, you want to play in this tournament? And he probably had all these people who were like, oh yeah, bro, like I want to play. I want to play. Like
Well, I mean, we had someone reach out to us through DMs asking, "Hey,
yeah, how do I get in?
yeah." Well, it wasn't how do I get in. He's like, "Hey, my friend, like,
Yeah.
this is good. Like, do you know how to get in?" And we're like, "We just learned about the tournaments. We don't have like any actual connections right now."
Yeah, I mean, if you want to invite Brandon and I, we'll definitely play if you guys want to let us play in the
Yeah.
tournament.
I mean, and then I was in someone's chat today too, and they're saying there's supposed to be like a big boy trio tournament coming up, and then there's an
hmm
idea that was pitched. I came in kind of late for a new tournament format that they were pitching to the said streamer.
Ooh.
I think it may have been like a quads tournament, and then you go from, if I remember correctly, it was like quads tournament, top four advance, and then those four teams split into or maybe it was a different number of teams, but it was like, okay, those teams split into duos,
hmm
and then I think it's like those duos do like duo quads against each other, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't
So
know. I don't know
like a kill
exactly how it
race
was.
portion.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it was, but it was a new format for quads.
Mm.
So we have our own format idea we want to do for Chios. So if any
Yeah, which could also be
people,
done for quads.
I mean that's very much true. Like I said, I'd love to do it during a buyback event, but that would
Oh
take
yeah.
like so much perfect planning and stuff like that.
Dude, that would ultimately be like, oh, that would be so nice.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean,
Um I was gonna actually bring up to you the few people who like I kind of wanted to give Stu Kawaki a shout out and say like every single tournament like these guys who are like these like quote unquote smaller streamers but they're like insane Warzone players are
mhm.
always putting out these numbers. I don't know if you had anybody like in mind who you maybe wanted to bring up, but like I think that's a good topic to talk on about like smaller Warzone streamers who are like really, really good players but don't get as much love just from Twitch in general.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said Lennon like a couple weeks ago, but it seems he's kind of taken off with viewers. Like I'm just seeing
Mhm.
him averaging a good amount. I mean, Okoyle's a really good player. He's a UK based player
Yeah.
that actually one of our viewers told us about when we were watching tournament. He's like, "Yo, go watch my boy Okoyle." When we watched him, I was like, "Yo, this kid fries."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he's nasty.
that's really the one. The other one, I mean, I haven't really been watching like the thing that sucks about for these smaller streamers, they don't get invited to these like invite only 2v2 tournaments.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard for, I'm not gonna say hard because there, I mean, you have like GG Gaming League, Easy Battles who do those like not invite only 2v2 tournaments that you can go and
Yeah.
like run stats for. So I should probably make more of an effort to go watch those and see these up and coming players, or not up and coming because those people are still good players, but like people who aren't pulling in those viewers.
Yeah. Dude, like I mean we know like Stu's probably one of the best players like in Warzone. but
Yeah.
just like Scummin, like Stu and Scummin are both like, and obviously they play together, but like those guys are nasty. But kind of like you're saying, like they just don't get that little bit of spotlight that
Yeah.
may like really like help bring them like to the fame that they probably
Yeah.
deserve.
Scumman's hilarious. I love watching that
Oh,
dude. Or just
dude.
being in people's chats who he's playing with and just it's comedy, bro.
Bro, he's such a troll. Like I love it. He just
Yeah.
doesn't care what he says. Like
You can't guard me.
you
Who do
can't guard
who do you
you
say that
can't
to?
guard me, Vap.
No, yeah,
You
it's the
can't guard
Vap.
me. Or like what he said to Clutch Milk when they were playing, like just to like get in his head, like, oh dude, like that shit was so funny. Like, oh.
Yeah. Who
But anyway, I
else?
think that's like I don't know. I mean, do we have any other thing else to talk about? I think we covered pretty much everything.
I'm trying to think. I've had something on my mind, and then my dog came over here, so now I can't remember it
Oh,
honestly. Because
it was
now
a
she's
good
like trying to jump in my
it,
lap.
it was a good distraction.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
Oh,
She always makes an appearance on every episode.
yeah. And every stream. So
And every
if you
stream.
ever want to see a basset hound, just come by my stream, and I'll come pick her up and take her to the camera. I mean, you can kind of see her nose right now.
Yeah.
If you're on the YouTube video. If you're on
Little
audio, you can't see. You just can tell I'm petting her, I guess.
little flappy ear, little snout.
Dude, when the wind's going and she's outside, these things are just flying in the wind. Big ol' ears.
I love it, dude. I love
All
it.
right, you want to go ahead and close out the episode?
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening or watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or any other app where you can listen to the podcast. Make sure to, if you guys ever have a chance, stop by our Twitch, drop us a follow. We usually stream, I mean, pretty much lately almost every day, playing some Warzone, um, doing watch parties for tournaments and all that. Always show us love on Twitter. Trying to get more into TikTok, and obviously if you're watching the YouTube video, like, hit the thumbs up, sub, ring that bell, whatever Tim the Tatman says.
Comment. Apparently, if you like, it hits the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, definitely like.
Yeah, but I think that's it.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. We're gonna be trying to go ahead and do these weekly, so we'll give you weekly updates on stats and stuff. Later.
Peace.